because I'm holding his past against him. And I think that's a fair thing to do to people.
We live?
We love.
We live. Welcome back to the Opinion Factory podcast, the podcast for free thinkers and challenge seekers.
Yes, sir.
I'm Khelil.
I'm Alex. Remember in 2012 when everyone thought the world was about to end?
Oh, yeah. I remember that. They had a whole movie about that.
I mean, it's the year 2020 now. And this... I
what?
got a question to ask you. Not related to what's going on in 2020. But is it fair to think those people are dumbasses for thinking the world's going to end in 2012?
No, they should have said it was going to end in 2020.
They could have thought that. But then there's also people who thought it was going to end in 2000.
Yeah, Y2K?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it fair, no real valid reason, but there's the world's going to end because the Mayan calendar ends in 2012, maybe they just didn't update it.
Well, it might not be valid to you. But if people were saying that 2020 was going to be the end of the world before 2020 came about, and then now all this shit's going on, would you have thought they were lying?
Oh, of course.
Would you still think they're lying?
If it was those same people from 2012.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Oh, it does matter. It doesn't matter.
You think it does matter?
Of course.
Because it said it in 2012 and it didn't happen?
And then if they said it in 2002?
But now it's 2020 and it's just actually happening, bro.
I mean, bro, you were wrong. A broken clock is wrong twice, man. Twice a day.
It's right twice a day.
It's right twice a day. Yeah.
Right.
You know how the phrase goes, man. Excuse me.
Yet and still.
Yeah.
In this case, if someone would have told me last year that this year was going to be the end of the world, and it started off like it's starting off right now.
But that same person was already wrong several times before. Does that not matter? Of course that matters, man. They have no credibility anymore, man.
It does. I wouldn't have believed it until shit started going down. If it was just him telling me this.
What was the reason in 2012? The reason in 2012 was literally the Mayan calendar does not have any year after 2012. And keep in mind, it's this big ass circle, this big ass circular sundial thing, or not sundial, excuse me, circle where it had all the dates for each year. And it was dating back from hundreds BC.
No, I get
1300,
it might
not BC, AD. Sorry.
It might not be enough for you, but think of if they could date for that much.
The calendar just ran out of space.
That also happened?
You don't think all right.
They can go for billions of years. They couldn't go for another million?
I don't think it was billions of years they was tracking it for. I think it was thousands of years.
Thousands, whatever.
Or hundreds of years even.
Why
and
stop there?
You run out of space.
Is that really what happened?
Why is that not a possibility? Why is it not a possibility?
It's a possibility, but it's also a possibility that they probably knew something that we didn't.
So they knew in the year 1400.
But that's not even what I want to focus on.
No,
if this guy was wrong before, it doesn't mean he can't be right ever.
It doesn't mean I'm just not giving him any. I'm going to be much more cautious and wary of what he's going to say because I'm holding his past against him. And I think that's a fair thing to do to people.
Well, it depends on what happened in the past and who you ask. When it comes to the boy crying wolf, then yeah, of course you're going to hold his past against him. Of course. But when it comes to things like some things just, it doesn't matter if you got it wrong before. Maybe you were less informed then than you are now.
Like what?
You can't judge anyone for who they dated when they were under 18 years old. Whoever you dated before you were 18, it don't matter. It don't matter.
What kind of...
It don't. Forget it.
For what?
Forget about it.
What is the logic behind this?
You were under 18. You didn't know who you were. You didn't know everything about what you liked, what you expected, or what you demanded in a relationship. You could have dated anybody. And so should I look at the people you dated when you were still in high school and say, this tells me a lot about you right now?
No.
Is that right?
It's not right. That's fair. I don't like putting that age on it, though. Because I feel like you're just excusing them for being dumb.
I mean, when you're under 18,
well, you're not just dumb. You're not just, I'm under 18, I'm stupid.
I know a lot of people who say that, bro.
Stupid.
I know.
That's stupid.
Matter.
That is stupid.
But they only say that when they're under 18. No one in the 20s
well,
is saying
young,
this.
I'm young and
young,
stupid.
dumb, and broke?
Mad people over 18. Bro, are you alive?
What?
The year's 2020. Are you alive?
No, I know that.
Have you been
but the
living under a
fact
rock?
that people are saying I'm young, I'm dumb because I'm young, or I'm young so I can't be dumb.
Yeah.
A lot of young people are saying this.
Like
And a lot of them are under 18.
people our age say that shit too.
Well, if they're our age and they're dumb for sure. But
So what? Be 21, 22? Like people.
nah. Once you pass 18,
You can't
stop
say
that.
bro.
When it comes to dating,
The whole young, dumb, and broke thing. You're broke because you're young and you're dumb.
I'm not gonna excuse anyone for saying I'm dumb because I'm young when you're over 18.
You're not gonna say you're not gonna call any teenager broke, son. It's just not how shit works.
Sure.
So that young, dumb, and broke is after 18.
Man, forget the broke part. All right.
It's important, bro. It's important, son. Khelil made a song about that joint too. Young, dumb, and broke. Right? College kids, the college kid was broke and all that.
What about that Wiz Khalifa Snoop Dogg? It wasn't Wiz. Was it Wiz and Snoop? So what? We get drunk.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that. That's what I was thinking of. But I said young, dumb, and broke. But that was like way back when.
But that's college kids doing that too, bro.
But if you're over the age of 18 and you're like, oh, I'm young, so I can be dumb still. Stop that. In my opinion, stop that.
That's never an excuse, bro. Being young is never an excuse to be dumb.
When you're under 18, I think that I'll let that slide.
Is there ever an excuse to be stupid? To be purposely stupid?
That's why people do drugs and experiment and try new things and stuff like that. I'm young. Now's my chance.
I don't know if that's the reason people do drugs.
A lot of people say, let me try this now because I'm young. I want to make sure I have these experiences before I get older. I have kids. I have all these responsibilities, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. I mean, especially no responsibility thing, man. But nonetheless, I digress, right? That's fair.
That was a stupid rule, by the way. I was just fucking with you, but it actually turned into like an actual conversation.
Over 18, fine. Whatever. If you want to use, I don't like having number thresholds to excuse people for being stupid.
Make it 20. 26. That's when you get off your parents' insurance. So make it 26. once you gotta get your own insurance, you can't be stupid no more.
Ooh, that bitch expensive, man. Ooh, that bitch expensive. A lot of people about to go broke over this medical insurance.
There you go.
Nonetheless, man, if you're in a situation where, you let someone treat you like trash for an extended number of years, or, you just made a lot of dumb decisions. Right.
On purpose, or just like you didn't?
No, on purpose. Maybe you made a investment that went the wrong way.
Right. You didn't know better. Right. You thought this was gonna work out. It didn't.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is that not a fit? Are you isn't that something you should know?
I should know about it.
So then you have to judge it then.
Right, but that's not the only thing I'm gonna judge you off of.
You're not, but it matters.
But think about this: when you were in school, right, and back when we were applying for college, we were told a lot that what colleges like to see. Something they like to see is like if you started off with low grades and then you gradually got better as you progressed through high school. They love seeing that progression.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just about you failed calculus or whatever math class you take in 9th grade. It was about the fact that throughout the years, with this bad past, you continually improved. Right? So when you made this investment and it didn't work out, and so now you're coming to apply to my firm, I'm not just looking at, okay, you made this investment 3 years ago and didn't work out.
No, you're not.
How have you changed since then?
But the context behind that matters a lot of why the investment failed, which is an honest mistake.
Right.
Or
were you less informed then than you are now?
Probably.
But I know a lot of people like, he had this business and it failed. He's trash. He's a bad businessman, and they just judge you off of that, like off rip.
But look how grand look at that jump you made though. Like failing a business because you were all right. For example, right? If let's say I'm your son, right? You're 45, you're successful. I'm 22.
Okay.
Right. I'm like, Dad, can you give me a loan so I can start a business? First one I try, complete, lost all the money. You got no penny back of what you gave me.
Okay.
So now 2 years later, that same son's like, oh, Dad, give me a loan for a business. I have another idea.
What did you learn, though? From the last one? Did you learn anything?
Oh, yeah. No, obviously, perhaps, yeah. Yeah, I learned some things. So I learned how to do this, not to do this, not to do this.
Okay. Great, there you go.
Yeah, just like that.
Have it, son.
Oh.
Is that not right?
Which is good. No, which is good. I mean, it's good.
If you show me that you're not going to make the same mistakes as before, I will definitely put my confidence in you.
You would.
But I wouldn't trust.
But then you're willing to lose that amount of money knowing this person in the past has already fucked up before.
Yes.
And then what if he does it again? What if the second business idea doesn't work either?
What did you learn from it? If you learn from it...
Oh, so he's got infinite chances as long as he learns something
from it? If I have the money to loan him and he's continually learning, I will loan it to him.
Hey, man.
That's what I like. I like to see that, man. If you're learning, as long as you're learning, I will give you that loan. it's not just about you failing, it's about the context behind it as well, like you said. The past matters, but what you're doing right now matters as well.
Of course.
And what you learn from the past matters as well.
You're not a slave to your past, but I often feel like people who say the past doesn't, like, I feel like that's a red flag for people who say the past doesn't matter.
Well, with some things it does.
They're either hiding something or they're either, like, really ashamed of things that have happened before.
Like what that conversation we have with Helen, when she asked about bodies and stuff like that, like, does it matter if your girl had, like, a bunch of bodies or a train ran on her while she was in college?
Oh, yeah, of course.
But that's all in the past. She's not the same person.
I don't care. The hell? Like,
but so now her past is coming back and affecting her, so now she can't let anyone know. If she wants to marry this guy, she can't let him know.
No, that dude should
about
know.
This happened.
He should know. He should 100% know, and that's be something he's comfortable with. That's a big thing. You can't just be like, okay, hey, I did this really big thing, or I did this thing. I know most people would not be comfortable. It's in my past, so whatever. But then one day, you're just walking down. It's like, oh damn, you married her, and they show you. They show you.
Stop.
And then you see this video, and you see like 7 guys. Like, oh wow, you gonna look at your girl the same? Like, oh, it was okay. I was in college. I was young and dumb and stupid,
But I'm saying that's an instance where the past does matter.
It does matter.
Definitely.
If it's anything significant, it doesn't have to be sexual related.
Right.
And if anything significant, I feel like people, and this is why I say, I feel like people who always harp on the past doesn't matter, or I'm a new person now.
You think they're on the run or something?
I don't think they're on the run, but I think it's maybe not a red flag, but at least a yellow flag to like, okay, it's all good to evolve and change, and everyone does that as they grow older, or everyone should do that. But I can't just be like, oh, you did this thing when you were 21, or you did this thing when you were 18. It's just, oh, it doesn't matter anymore because you're not that person anymore. No, it still matters.
And it's interesting how a lot of those same people will say that never forget where you came from when you get successful.
Yeah, it's like you just can't. It's specifically for these people that just say things like that or say the past doesn't matter. I'm like, why doesn't the past matter? Like, in what world does the past not matter? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me.
Like in the perfect world, it would matter though.
Because
in some cases, it's not universal.
Yeah, but think about how your reputation is built. It's built off actions you've done in your past, right?
True.
Your reputation isn't built off right now. Your character isn't built off right now. It's like, okay, I know I can trust you to do X, Y, and Z.
But your reputation can change in an instant, though. Especially
it can change in an instant. But as a person, like if I'm a leader or I'm your boss,
you can never make a mistake.
I'm gonna never give you that. I'm not gonna give you a big project to work on, knowing you have that past. If you have shown me effort to change, then I'll start you off with smaller projects,
right?
And then if you show over time,
that's fair.
But I will not give you like, oh, because you fucked this up. I'm not gonna be, oh, past doesn't matter. I know you trying to change. And that's all that's good. Nah, or you show some effort and that's all good now. Nah, it's not enough. The past mattered.
So how would you know that they changed if you don't ever give them the opportunity to show that?
You give them the opportunity incrementally over time.
Yeah, when it comes to like small assignments and stuff like that, but not when it comes to like other things like even hiring the person. Like you're looking at an application, and it's fine and all, but they never went to college.
Okay.
And let's say you're a business owner, and one of your requirements is that you need at least a Bachelor of Science in this degree. This person didn't go. They were self-taught.
Cool.
In the past, when you've hired people who were self-taught, they didn't have the fundamentals that they needed.
All right, if I had a bad hit, so I'll do one of two things, depending on what job it is. I can have them go through a test, right? Or a test of, like, I give them, like, a sample of what the work would be. So I'm like, these people that are self-taught don't seem to have the discipline they need for this job.
No, it can only go so far.
Either I stay away from those people completely, which is fair to do in my circumstance, because those people aren't capable.
Right.
Or I can either administer a test or some type of, like,
test them on everything that they wouldn't have to be doing once
not everything, but you know those interviews where you have to take a test to get the job. It would be something like that. Like, I know, like, at my job, for example, we have, like, technical editors, right? They're people who do all the editing on all our documents, right? So I work with, like, a science firm, and all these people are scientists, so they're not used to writing, like, it's like a math teacher or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not used to writing in all this formal language, and there's a lot of legal work that goes around it. So they have these editors that come in, fix the mistakes, fix the lingo, know how to format tables and charts and all these type of things. So they have to pass like a test that shows they're able to do the basics at least. So obviously job training, and then you either do something like that, or you're just like, oh, I'm not fucking with these people. And if you as the owner, that's completely fair. That's completely fair.
Is there any case where you just have to take a leap of faith then? Like letting someone back after they cheated on you. So like a relationship kind of thing. Well, not even cheating, but not even cheating. Just a relationship type of thing. Either you're with them or you're not. Do they get a trial period? Hey, if you fuck this up, then we're done for good. Is that what you would do to incrementally, test to see if they're capable?
Ooh. See, that's good. I don't know. Like cheating's not even a question. There's no
right. So not cheating. Let's say let's say they really really disrespected you, like OD disrespected you.
Okay.
In front of your mom and your wife.
Oh.
Like OD.
Okay.
Like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right.
First time.
Yeah. Let's make it the first time.
First time.
Let's make it the first time.
Okay, but
it's the first time they've ever done something like that. You're like, I'm done. Oh, you said really? Well, friendship, whatever. Friendship, whatever.
Either one.
Someone in your life.
Yeah, but
you're done. Whatever. I've changed. I've meditated. I've done this. I've done that. I'm calm now.
You don't need more than that, baby. You gonna need more than that.
What do you let them back in? Like, hey, all right, so let's try this out, or you say, all right, let me let you back in your full capacity, and we'll see what happens.
Depends on how. Like, there's a lot of things that go into factor in this though. Depends on how long we're together. Oh, actually, here's the issue I have. That just might be like a thing I just can't tolerate. I don't think I'll be able to tolerate that. So I'm like, you just gonna do that? All right, you're out the road. You like, but I'll probably be willing to give you the benefit of the doubt if it's your first time you done that. I'll be like, maybe she's on like drugs or something. Or maybe she got like pills or something. But like, first time I've known you for, whatever. I've known you for how long? Great relationship, the whole time, and then one day you just spazzed out. So maybe something's happening. Maybe there's some mental diagnosis I'm not aware of. Maybe there's other signs of things. I might give that person the benefit of the doubt, just because our history, there's been nothing like that. If it's the first time, there's been no disrespect to me or my family. So maybe the very first time, I'm giving that person a chance.
So it seems a lot like the past matters when you're the person in power. What if you're the person who made that mistake?
Yeah.
Do you really want to be beholden to your past? If you're the person applying for this job, but you don't have no formal education, do you really want that to matter as much?
I mean, you obviously don't. But you have to be aware that those people that are trying to help you, those people are going to hire you, those people are going to be in relationships with you. You have to do much more than the other person. So, like, if I'm a person in that, let's go back to this example you just used. If I'm the person that is applying for that job, right? I'm applying for this job. I have no college degree, self-taught, but I'm excellent at what I do. The next 5 people have college degrees in what they do. I have to go into this interview, and maybe I don't know the history behind it, but just knowing that I'm behind in that sense, I have to go. But
you're ahead in other senses as well.
I am, but in the interviewer's mind, I'm behind. I don't have a college degree. I have to go above and beyond. I have to go above and beyond and take extra steps, and all those people. I have to like impress the person much more. So I have to kill my interview and et cetera, et cetera. So if I'm the person,
but what if you're not good at interviewing? You're just good at coding. If that's what the job is.
I'm sorry, bro. You gotta do more. If I know you fucked up, like if you know you fucked up, you have to understand.
I didn't though. When it comes to not going to college.
Well, maybe. No, okay, fine. Fine. All right, but
in their eyes, I fucked up, and that's what matters.
Yes, right. So, but if it's a situation where you know you fucked up, you have to understand that you have to go above and beyond to prove your worth in a sense.
Does it matter how far in the past this fuck up happened?
Yeah, it does. It does. So like say you're 30 years old and it was like 7 or 8 years ago and there's been no transgressions like that for the next 7 years, then I can confidently or I can more willingly give you a chance knowing that you haven't regressed like that. Like say you're with somebody, clean record. Now they have all of a sudden they have like a felony assault case on their hands. Like they got into like a fight or something at like a bar, and it got really ugly. Cool, first time offense. Haven't been involved in any situations like that for the next 7 or 8 years. This is not fair to be like, okay, this person.
Let that person apply for a job. See if that matters.
Hey, I'm not getting into all of that, but I'm just saying like, it's fair to be like, okay, but if it was only like 2 years ago or only like last year. Don't work like it's not that just happened recently. You know, I'm not going to give you that chance.
So is there any situations where the past doesn't matter?
No.
The past will always matter.
The past always matters.
You're always going to be
your identity is built based off your past. You cannot rebuild your identity in a day. So
No.
everything you've done, all the actions you've taken, whether they're good or bad, whether you like them or don't, or you want them to identify you or not, is not important.
It is part of your identity, but it doesn't define you. And I
It
feel like
doesn't-
what those people
But
are
it depends
saying.
on what the mistake was. No, those people who are saying the past does not matter are always talking about a mistake or something they're embarrassed of. Like, you never hear people say the past doesn't matter unless they're embarrassed or something, or maybe it's like a businessman saying, okay, all these past accomplishments mean nothing, you just have to still keep going. Those are the only two.
You don't think those people are just like more forgiving than your average Joe?
What,
They were the businesses who would hire the felon that other businesses wouldn't.
they would be more willing to hire that felon.
Right. Maybe then they don't have anything that they want to hide, but they just believe in second chances.
You could believe in second chances, but you saying the past doesn't matter, that's not gonna work. If you're saying, oh, this will, like, if I'm going to any situation, if I'm in a relationship, I'm like, oh, yeah, I cheated on my girlfriend, but hey, that was the old me. You think you think that's gonna rock?
How long ago was this?
Oh, it was like 2 years ago. Yeah, I'm all set, bro. That's exactly what you
What
about
if it
to
was
hear.
10 years ago?
If it was 10 years ago, they're still going to look at you like, I know you cheated on somebody before. And it's not to be one of those things like once a cheater, always a cheater, but it's going to be one of those things where she's like, yeah, this dude's cheated on me before. You know that's going to factor into, like, this dude's cheated on somebody before. So you know that's going to factor into her head, like, oh, if you don't respond right away or you don't respond, you know that's going to build some anxiety with her.
Maybe at first. But then,
But the fact that she knows this,
Right.
and maybe she won't be as anxious every single time, but she will still be skeptical, especially when things are not going well. And it's like, oh man, what's going on? I can't get a read on him anymore. Maybe he's cheating on me. He's cheated on somebody before. And the only reason why he hasn't cheated on somebody in 10 years is just because he hasn't been in a relationship this long with somebody before.
If you're gonna be that untrustworthy, I think you shouldn't be with that person in the first place. But I get what you're saying, and no matter how you go about this, you can say the past doesn't matter. Only the present does. Like, don't look at what someone did. Look at what they're doing. Yada yada yada. But if you're gonna trust someone, which is what this episode is underlying, like the underlying theme of this episode is trust, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna trust someone, if they did something bad 5 years ago, and you say, look at what they're doing now, you're not gonna just look at what they're doing now. You're gonna look at what they've been doing since they made this mistake.
Exactly. No, you are. Exactly.
And that is part of
and
the past.
depending on the context of the relationship, you might be blind to some issues than others. Like, if you're in love with the person, you're not going to be, like, those yellow flags might go undetected. You'll be like, oh,
Right.
It's not a big deal.
But no matter what you do, you always look at the past. That's the thing.
You know a situation where your past shouldn't matter? Loans.
I was gonna say credit, but it definitely should.
Student loans.
Oh, student loans.
No,
Particularly
past shouldn't
student loans.
matter. Wipe those shits out, man. For what? Why
I'm not even gonna argue with that.
18-year-old making a financial decision? 20 years old, now it's something
That's a whole. I mean, we talked about that.
Is that situation, is that fair, though? Or am I just be asking for too much?
To wipe out student loans
Yeah.
because it's in your past.
Yeah. Past don't matter, right? The past don't matter, fam.
If
The past don't matter.
should it just before if you went to college right after high school? What if after high school you took a break and you went back to school like when you're 26, 27?
I have to still be a teenager.
You have to still be a teen.
Yes, I have to still be a teenager. So 18, 19,
A lot of people don't like that, man.
17. Hey, man. When you're older, you're already hip to all the problems. What did your guidance counselor ever tell you about student loan debt, man?
Nothing at all, actually. They only told me like life after high school and college would suck. That's what they told me. He said, enjoy this. Enjoy this and enjoy college, because after that, shit sucks.
Sounds like a sorry life, honestly. I'm sorry to hear that.
That was his past. That's what he knew. But anyways,
Anyways, man. I'm willing to wipe out student loans because the past doesn't matter.
and that's the only thing you're willing to give a pass.
Yeah. I have to,
I can get behind that.
I
You
have
know
to
what?
factor in the past.
You know
I have
what?
to factor it in.
That's fair. I don't think it's fair to say the past doesn't matter.
Yeah. If you don't want to identify you, that's one thing. But if you're one of those people where you don't want that mistake, or even if it's not a mistake, let's say something successful. We didn't talk about like successful, right? Let's say if like 5 years ago you were the man in high school, and now you're washed up now, you know. But like, oh, I used to be the man. You know. Like, does that matter? Or is it like, you know, the present matters more than that. So it's not always.
What have you been doing since you were the man?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you not
So
been the
it's
man
like-
for 12 years, but you only met the man for like 4
You
years?
were the man for like 4 years in high school, had all the girls, were playing all the sports.
But you've been
with
a bum for
with
12.
a popular guy, you know, but you never left your hometown.
That's still in your past. That's the thing. You being a bum for 12 years is still part of your past, as much as you being the man for 4 years.
But you only talk about you being the man for 4 years. You only talk about that cheerleader you used to date in high school. Don't work like that, baby.
Don't matter.
It don't matter, son. It don't
Why
matter.
is that though? Why is it only the bad things that matter when it's in the past? Why?
The good can matter, but if you're talking about only the good things that happened in the past, it's like, yeah, you must have not been doing anything recently that's been good.
But when it comes to like a really, really horrible thing, like your husband, being part of a murder and never getting caught, or your girl having a train ran on her or whatever, that's something you're really, really uncomfortable with, and it happened very, very long ago.
Yeah.
That matters, of course. But if they did something really, really wonderful, just one time, like this wonderful thing, they won the lottery and gave all the money to charity. They did this one wonderful thing, right? That's the most wonderful thing I can think of right now.
Sounds pretty stupid. That's just me. I'm sorry.
They gave it all to the children's hospital because they saved like 100 kids' lives, bro.
That's wonderful. That
wonderful
is
thing
wonderful.
that they did. Very
Congratulations for being still broke after winning the lottery. Shout out to you, my guy.
They didn't think about themselves. Anyways, they did this
So
really.
why are you playing the lottery?
All right, maybe this is not the most wonderful thing you can do. All right, I'm sorry.
I got called out. I'm sorry. I killed that fly. What's going on? Keep going, bro.
But if they did this one good thing like 10 years ago, and they haven't been able to do anything good since, like since then they've been down on their luck, they've been a bum, they've been, a liar and a cheat, and they've had to steal for money and yada yada yada. Why does this one wonderful thing they did not have as much of an impact as if they did one terrible thing?
No,
You're not gonna say, "Well, you won the lottery and gave it all away." Let me forget about. Or let me give you.
because there's other things in your
Let
past.
me be more lenient.
There's other things in the past that overshadow that, right?
But why?
What do you mean, but why?
But if you're with your girl or your man, and
Oh,
it's
there's
all great,
so it's all great things
It's
that
all
overshadow
great.
her having that past.
so
Something called deal breakers, my friend. There's something called deal breakers. There's something so bad.
there's no deal makers.
There's no deal maker that would cancel out a deal breaker.
They should cancel each other out, though.
So let's say no.
If you have
No,
one deal maker,
no. Deal makers do
If
not
you have
cancel
one
out.
deal maker.
Deal makers do not cancel out deal breakers.
What is even a-
Here's why. Deal breakers don't cancel out deal makers. This is very simple why. Your girl is a millionaire, rich and famous. 100% deal maker for like 95% of people. Doesn't even have to be famous. Matter of fact, she's just rich. She's low key, low key billionaire.
all right.
And she supports you in whatever she does because she has all the money in the world. You want to build an empire? Cool. Bet, right?
Cool.
She also likes getting trains ran on her. And cheats on you all the time. But she really loves you, though. That deal maker does not cancel out that deal breaker. And there's never a time where a deal maker, even if it can be smaller, a deal maker can be she buys you flowers or she makes you breakfast. The deal breaker is, she yells at you when she's mad and she disrespects your mom.
I know a lot of people who would have taken that deal that you mentioned at first. Maybe you and I wouldn't, but a lot of people would.
Oprah got a lot of money, fam.
What? I know a lot of people who would say, she got bread, she got money, she can have her fun, man. I'll cheat too. She can cheat, I'll cheat.
Imagine if you got Oprah pregnant. Wouldn't that be the best day of your life? Nah.
I'm not trying to have that conversation right here, bro.
It would be best day of your
Before
life.
this turns into really, really sick, disgusting conversation, let us know what you guys
Imagine those
think,
child
man.
support payments, bro. You about to get, bro?
Hey, do I get the child support payment?
Of course, it's for your kid.
Wait, if a man marries a rich woman and then divorces her, does she have to pay child support to him?
I think I think it might depend on the primary caretaker. So just make sure you secure that kid. Make sure you want custody, bro. That's all you gotta do.
Bet.
What's
So
it?
Oprah, if you've seen this, I'll ask you. Anyways, let us know what you guys think, man. Do you think the past matters? I think we both agree that it does. I'm trying to find a way where it doesn't. And sometimes it doesn't. Like if you didn't go to college and stuff like that, like that shouldn't really matter in terms of what you're capable of, but it does matter in terms of how people see you and stuff like that. And when it comes to like life in general, like, your insurance is based off your past, your credit score is based off your past. Your whole life really is ruled by your past, and there's almost no way of escaping that.
No, sir.
Unless you go live in the wilderness or something. You know what I mean? But let us know what you guys think. What is one way where you think that the past should not matter, if there is any? I'd really like to know. Comment down below. Let us know what you think.
Like
We're on Apple.
Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you see a podcast, YouTube for the video. Like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications.
There you
So
go.
you know your Opinion Faculty podcast. And we will see y'all next week.